in Pilot Edition, and this is going to be an interactive. Oh yeah, this is going to be interactive. You know, oh yes, indeedy. Yeah, this is going to be an interactive hook. We're going to poppers. It's going to be an interactive hook. Okay, so look at the thing was saying things, right? So we're gonna get right to it. All right. So this is 440 chant. Um, I believe this is a TV show pilot. Obviously, this is entertainment, so we purposely act like we don't know nothing. This is this pace and cadence that we say things because it's just that's how you do it. You fill in the spots. You know what I mean? Where it's like blues to the boot. You light up when you get to the right spot. So that's how we're doing right here. These chants. We're gonna chant. We're gonna give you some creativity. We're gonna give you some positivity. And really, it's like energy. And these chants are not to be taken literal. Lord God Almighty. This is a dynamic of executing, of exhausting some things. You might want a girl with a big booty, but that might not be good for you. And you might want a girl with an incredibly big booty. You feel me? And I don't know. And you could probably manifest that if you know why you manifest it. But let me go to the entry level, the hook. All right. So boom, my phone woke up. So it said, go here. Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Tell me about that. Now watch.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch is a popular supernatural franchise. It centers on Sabrina Spellman, a half-mortal, half-witch teenager who is trying to balance a normal life with learning to control her magical abilities.
Okay, drawn to it. And then, can witches change their form or shapeshift?
In
Okay.
folklore and stories, witches are known for changing their physical forms, but there's no real-world scientific proof of this.
Is there anything in the Holy Bible about shapeshifting?
Yes, the Holy Bible does describe supernatural beings, including Satan, angels, and Jesus, changing their appearances or disguising themselves.
Hmm. So you hear that? Oh, oh, hey, little cardiac. Oh, little cardiac. Did you hear that? Yes, indeed. So this stuff might have fly by, so we'll go back. We'll go to the beginning. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Can you tell me about her?
Sabrina Spellman, known as Sabrina the Teenage Witch, is a popular fictional character. She's a half-mortal, half-witch, who has to balance her normal teenage life with her magical abilities and heritage.
Okay, can a witch change form or the physical form?
Whether a witch can change their physical form depends on the context, whether it's historical legends, modern practices, or fantasy. The concept varies quite a bit.
Okay. All right, so see, we get to that. So this is the way we're winding up the pitch. Okay, just like in pitching, you see that guy got to get the mechanics so he can get the most thrust on that ball. So right now, I'm getting the most thrust on this ball, kicking it with you right now. But like, subscribe, and follow. Right? Yeah, you feel me? All right, so let's go forward. All right, but then we got to be, man, I'm not gonna play with you. All right, wait an answer. In the Holy Bible, does it talk about
You can find the lyrics for All Right by
in the Holy Bible? Did they talk about shapeshifters or people changing form?
The Bible doesn't describe people changing into animals. However, it does mention beings altering their appearance or taking human form, and it also speaks of spiritual changes.
So what do you think that could conclude to? So let's go on. So could a person right in front of you not really be the person that you think it is? Let's see again. Can a person right in front of you be a shapeshifter?
No, someone in front of you can't be a shapeshifter. Shapeshifting, which is the ability to change your body, is only found in stories, myths, and science fiction.
In the Bible, do they talk about shapeshifting? In the Bible, do they talk about shapeshifting?
Bible doesn't describe shape-shifting in a modern fantasy way. However, it does include stories of divine transformations, spiritual beings changing their looks, and supernatural events causing bodily changes.
Okay. So you don't have to get plastic. Okay. Does a woman have to get plastic surgery to change her figure?
No, plastic surgery isn't necessary to change your figure. You can achieve significant body changes through diet, exercise, and weight training. Plastic surgery offers localized enhancements, but isn't required. For medical advice or a diagnosis, consult a professional.
Okay, so again, we're going to chant, and what it is. All right, we're going to take the most realistic approach to bring to life this dot, this not merely thought, but activity that has been continuing from the activity of find you first the kingdom of heaven, all these should be added unto you. And with that, there is a certain cataclysmic shift within myself that is within you too. But it's clear in me. I don't know how clear it is in you, but if it's clear in you, let me know, right? And so I'll kick the ball back to you, right? And go ahead and we'll put that pile up, you know what I mean? And that's why we always had to switch, never our style up. All right, but we like wave. You look at the race from 100 yards, we like a mile up. Okay, that's why we take these opportunities and stay happy and we smile up. Okay, look at this. We grow up, we used to be a wild nut, but look at this. Look at this. Money gonna have to pile up. So we chanting, we're gonna subdue the risk of form that we want to coalesce. We wanted to stick. We wanted to come out of the matrix system. We wanted to quicken. You know what I mean? And it hasn't primarily has to do and solely has to do with the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. You know what I mean? But there's something I was thinking in my head simultaneously that the Spirit allowed me to think that BAM! You feel me? Comes to physical form. But remember, time is not necessarily minutes and days. Time is like the actual expansion of the universe. Okay? So boom. You want these things to expand because if things expand instantly, if you know what I mean, then they'll dissipate instantly. So you do want some course. You know what I mean? That's where the wisdom comes in. All right. So I pray that everyone get the wisdom to live their lives to their fullest potential, where God wanted, with coming together with Poetic, USA Poetic, and monetizing everything up as far as content creation, with music, entertainment, and speaking spiritual messages. All right, but right now we're kicking. I'm a pretty laid back person by the grace of God. Considering trials and tribulations, I think you don't have to look like what you've been through. I think it's a hindrance. You know what I mean? It says guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. You know, so you don't want somebody to be able just to see you. You know what I mean? Yeah, before they even you even have to open your mouth. So yes, be brilliant and using your uniform. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember check out 20 of them too. Now the transmission run over because this is kind of like a more um, meditative type hook. This is just something that we're curating because ultimately we're going to take these products and put it on an actual tangible TV show. You know what I mean? You know, take it to like a production studio or something like that. We don't know, or maybe we'll do it ourselves and get a distribution deal. I'm familiar with the matters in the music realm, but not really as familiar with film. But I've been fortunate to be in one major film. But we'll get into that later. You know what I mean? It was in New York City at a nightclub called The Tunnel back in the day. But anyway, this is 20 of them. What is it? Chants? Yes, 20 of them chants. The triplets, and this is the TV pilot for we don't know yet. You know what I mean? 20 of them, and the triplets. Okay. Did you think about that? So whatever it is you was thinking about, I hope this time now I'm gonna give you another chance to think about it. And now with that space, I want you to put right in there. Think about exactly what you want to manifest today. I mean, that's righteous. Now, you can't manifest somebody's wife or, you know what I mean, unless it's really your wife and they're borrowing her or something like that. That's different. But now, you know, you're only God can reveal that. Or so forth, so on, the things that are vile. Yeah, absolutely. There is a Thundercats. Remember, Lionel had power with the sword. Jaga. Remember, Lionel like, Jaga, give me sight, be on sight. And with that, Jaga would appear. I think that was his father who passed before Lionel became the king or whatnot. And there's a time, remember, I think when Lionel wanted to play, you feel what I'm saying? He wanted to play, and his dad, his spirit Jog was like, nah. He's like, yeah, this power is not used for that type of stuff. So it's on you. You gotta know who you is, what you use your powers for. So that's another thing too. When I'm like, ooh, nah, you know what I mean? Just like you got different strokes for different folks, or different size tires for different vehicles. So a tire being whatever contraption you utilize to get you where you're trying to do going. Some people, look at Paul. He said he was the worst of sinners. You know what I mean? Meaning, I think he was saying like, yeah, you can be. There's a redemption, and there's something that comes with the redemption. It will let you know. You know what I mean? That's one thing about these things. Things don't really change because you get, but it changed out for you. So it might look the same. Like someone else would still think, oh, they're just like the same person. I guess that's where that born again stuff come in. You're like, oh man, you don't even know what's going on. I got this stuff. They're looking more further out. The world falsely gave us this microwave thing. Heck no, you're supposed to see in your best times. They never really can come. Paul said it. He said, not that I've attained it, but I still go heavenward, which is Christ or something. Meaning, heck no, that's a monetary system that you lent yourself to. Like you're done at 20 and 30 and all that, and whatnot. Or somebody even at 60 or 70, heck no, they can be very relevant. That's because they, such a force of people, choose to look at life only a dense version of people. And that's that. Because you look at life only for that version of people. That's why you see, if you understand there's 8 billion people here, it's probably an equal number of everything. And that's how you tilt it. All right. But yeah, USA Poetic, like, subscribe, follow, you get your water cut off. And that's a fact. Church.